Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another live stream Saturday. I hope you've had a great week, and as I just said in the live chat room, I was cutting it fine tonight because I've been spending, well, most of today actually trying to find another cartoon, and I couldn't find one all day, but then at about 11 o'clock tonight I managed to find a hard drive that I looked into, got it on the computer and it worked, and I found a cartoon. So then I had to quickly re-edit it. Anyway, to cut a long story short, there is going to be a new cartoon tonight, as I did kind of promise at the end of the last live stream, so I wanted to make sure that that was all ready to go for tonight, so we'll be looking forward to that later on. But anyway, hello guys, thank you for joining me. And let's have a little look into the live chat room and get you guys up on screen. And there we are. And if you can give your thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be much appreciated, because we are aiming for a pick roulette likes goal tonight of 380 likes. So thumbs up. We are one of those live streams that I think is a little bit easier on the Saturday live streams for the likeometer. The Tuesdays are a little bit more challenging, but we are in a Saturday, so let's see where we can get to with our thumbs up and our target of 380, see if we get anywhere close to that. But hello guys, thank you for joining me. We've got Susan and Dennis in the house, Stan and Billy, Leanne, Karen, Dan, Alexi, Beverly, Vincent, Jennifer, Constantia, Motown Girl 22, Beth, Shorty Keys in the house as well. I missed out a username there, it went through too quickly. So, hello guys, thank you for joining me, and let's get the names of my patrons up on screen, because they make this possible in the first place, every single video that I make on the channel and this live stream. So you know who you are, their names go across the bottom of the screen throughout the live streams as always. And we have had a little bit of action in the super chat window very early on, so thank you for those donations. They do disappear as soon as we start the live stream, unfortunately, but I know that it was Orlando who has donated $2, so thank you for that, Orlando. And the message was, have fun tonight, spike the likes, with lots of thumbs up, so thank you for that. And then Ginny donated $15, so thank you for that, Ginny. And the message was, hi Phil, if you could have played any Jimmy song with him, which one? Or any Elvis or Beatles tune with those artists, which song would you pick? Take care. So thank you for that, Ginny, and let me put that little donations thing up on screen so you know what you're getting into if you choose to donate on the super chat window or on PayPal. And as you can see on that, or you should be able to see that on the super chat, the YouTube donations, they take 35 to 45% of that donation, just so you guys know. And over on PayPal, I think it's like a 3% to 5% kind of ratio. So just so you know the difference between PayPal and the super chat window on YouTube. But anyway, thank you for that, Ginny. And to answer that question, Jimi Hendrix, I would probably like to play Voodoo Child. Not Voodoo Child with a D at the end. A lot of people get confused as to those two separate songs. They are two separate songs. One of them is more of a jam, and that's the one that I would like to play because it means more time playing. I think it's about 13 minutes, 14 minutes in length, something like that. And that's Chile, and that's the elongated jam version. So I prefer to play that rather than Voodoo Child, because that was just a song that didn't go on for as long as Voodoo Child. So that's what I would choose for Jimi Hendrix. With the Beatles, I'm not sure. I would probably see if they'd be up for doing their cover of Long Tall Sally, because they did such an amazing version of that. If I could go back in time and play with them, it'd be cool to do that track because it's upbeat, and I'm sure that you could shoehorn a guitar solo in there as well. So the last one was Elvis. Oh, it was Elvis or Beatles. Well, for Elvis, maybe Hound Dog, because I mean with Elvis you get that classic blues progression, and having something a little bit upbeat, Hound Dog is just one that popped into my head, so we'll have a go on that one with Elvis. But anyway, thank you for that, Ginny. And I am just going to mention that Rob has donated in the super chat window as well, and that was a $10 donation. Thank you for that, Rob. And it is a straight up donation without a message attached to it. So we have a little bit to get through on the live stream tonight. We do have some pictures that'll be shown of you guys that have been uploaded to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. So we'll be looking at those a little bit later on, as well as getting through all of the requests over on Patreon, which is where I'm going to jump over to now to have a little look on there to see who requested Hero, because I loaded it up because it was requested over there, which I saw earlier, and it was Teresa who requested Hero, so thank you for that. Also Karen threw one of the suggestions in there for Hero as well. And it looks like quite a lot of requests for Johnny Be Good tonight as well for the cover video. So we'll be taking a look at that a little bit later on. And we are going to be jumping into the PayPal donations window as well, because there have been a couple of donations in there. So thank you guys for that. And by the way, Linda Z, who sent through a donation earlier on, thank you for that, Linda. I did receive that and it's much appreciated. And also for the message as well. Thank you for that donation. And I hope that things are all going okay, considering the message that you sent, and that today is going to be a day that's going to go well, or as well as it can do. But thank you, Linda Z, for that donation. I am going to just have a little check to see that Matt has donated £10 as well. Thank you for this, Matt. And the message is: managed another week without killing anyone. Have a pint on me. So thank you for that, Matt. And I'm not sure that's how you should be judging the weeks, but whether that's a good week is setting the bar pretty low. But thank you for that, Matt. And talking about the, unfortunately, the situation that we have at the moment with COVID, but the COVID vaccinations, that's something that my mum has had today, her second one. So she's hopefully fully vaccinated against it. And the reason that I mention it is that we do have a picture later on. There's going to be another vaccination picture. And I do remember that we've had a couple of those so far, maybe from Vince and Kevin, off the top of my head, that I'm trying to remember. I think those were the vaccination pictures we've had so far. But we do have another one later on as well from Deborah that we will be looking at. So thank you guys for uploading those pictures, and congratulations anyone that has joined that club of being vaccinated. It really is an important step, especially considering the problems around the world, and especially in India. We're getting a lot of reports here in the UK about how dire the situation is over there. So I hope everything is okay where you guys are, where you're watching this from. If you do have the option of getting a vaccination, then it's probably a very good idea. That's certainly what is being suggested in this country. And things seem to be, touch wood, a little bit more under control here in the UK, because so many people are getting vaccinated. I think something like 33 million, or just over 33 million, have been vaccinated here, or at least had their first jab, and then the numbers that have had their second jab are increasing as well. And I think this is the main reason why we're starting to get things under control, and we're out of lockdown here, and pretty much we're getting restricted numbers to sporting events as well. So there's something here called a Snooker World Championship, and people are going to that. Everyone has to wear a mask, and it's reduced numbers, but we're starting to get a little bit back to normal here because of the vaccination, the whole process that we're going through, and it being so widely available but rolled out at such speed as well. So I think it is definitely a good idea. But thank you for that donation, Matt. And I'm just going to scroll up because Mary has donated £5. Thank you for that, Mary. And the message is: live from Maidenhead. It's Saturday night. So this is a little introduction that Mary has come up with for the live streams on a Saturday night. Live from Maidenhead, it's Saturday night. So that must be from a show maybe over in the USA. I know that they have maybe Saturday Night Live or something like that. So this is just a little thing that maybe we can say if the live streams get really, really big, or I make the transition to TV, then we now have a little introduction by courtesy of Mary on this live stream tonight. So thank you for that, Mary, for the donation as well. And I'm just going to scroll up because Beth has donated £13.82. Thank you so much for that, Beth. And the message is, good evening, Phil and Wingers. My favourite time of Saturday, with some rock horns, a smiley face, and a smiley face with some cool shades on. So thank you for that, Beth. And thank you for all of the donations already, and for hitting that thumbs up. Let's see if we can get the live likes up on screen, because we should be able to. We are at 162 likes already, and it's only 12:15 here in the UK, and that's midnight. So thank you everyone for hitting that thumbs up. You can still keep leaving those likes. We'll see how far we can get that likeometer up to. We're aiming for 380. We'll see where we end up by the end of the night. But thank you, Beth, for that donation. And this is an extra little email that has come in from Bob. So thank you, Bob, for that email. And this is something that I responded to not so long ago, maybe 2 or 3 hours ago. And just to mention as well that it has been something that's popped up over on Patreon, where I received a message from Melissa saying, I'm not sure if you check your messages, but, and then she continued to write a message and comment. And I think everybody that's over on Patreon, but anybody that is on YouTube will know that any message, any personal message as well, any email, such as the last one we saw there from Bob, I answer everything. And that's pretty much what I spend most of my day doing. So Bob will be able to testify to that he emailed me. I then replied to him earlier today, and then that is his reply tonight during the live stream. I'm not sure if he's done that intentionally to get his email up on screen, or maybe he's just unaware that I'm live streaming at the moment. But that is Bob's reply to me, and then I'll reply to that. And I reply to every personal message on Patreon, which Melissa knows, because Melissa has messaged me more than once on Patreon, and I've replied to every message. So I think it's just something that popped up over there, and a few people have had a little bit of banter saying, check your messages, whereas everybody knows that I do answer every single message, and I read every comment, or eventually I do get through every single comment on the YouTube videos, and I mark them with a thumbs up and the little heart symbol as well. So that's why underneath all of the YouTube videos you will see all of the comments that I have read, and I finish them all before the end of the day. So before I go to bed, I'll get all of the YouTube comments up to date. And then obviously when I'm sleeping, I can't then do the same thing. So a few of them at the top of the list won't get done until I wake up. But anyway, just to address that I do answer all the messages. So fear not. If you're wanting to get a suggestion across, a request for a video, if you just put it in the comment section of the YouTube videos, just underneath any video, if you email it over, go to the wingsofpegasus.com site, and then go to the contact us form, I'll read it all and I'll respond to all of those emails as well. So let's mention about the mug, because Orlando donated. I keep on forgetting to do this. Let's have a plug of the mug early on. And no orange squash tonight, is just pure H2O. And if you want to get your hands on a mug, any of the merchandise, then it's in the tray underneath this video. But I have also included in the description below, underneath this live stream, the link that you should be able to click on to take you to spring.com and the Wings of Pegasus store there, because Teespring have recently changed their name and their website to spring.com. So all of the merchandise, if it's not in the tray underneath the video, if there isn't a tray underneath the video that you're watching at the moment, it will be in the description. So you'll be able to click on that and get your hands on a Wings of Pegasus t-shirt as modeled by me tonight. Or Wings of Pegasus hoodie, the zipped hoodie, caps as well. There's a different design of t-shirt. There's also Wings of Pegasus merchandise over at wingsofpegasus.com/merch, and that's something that Carla works out and organizes. So thank you for that, Carla, as well as making the merchandise in the first place. So thank you for that. But I'm just going to jump into the super chat window because we've had a donation from Francis, who has donated $5. Thank you for that. And the message is, my bank finally said yes. So thank you for that, Francis, and good news. And Mike has donated $5. Thank you for that, Mike. The message is, US has a surplus. The bottleneck is getting it in arms, might be exporting soon. So thank you for that, Mike. And this will be referring to the coronavirus jabs, the vaccine that's going on. So thank you for that, Mike. And Tordo Porco has donated $5. Thank you for that. And I've said to Mike previously that Tordo Porco, I just like saying that username, so I continue to say that on the live streams. But thank you for this donation. The message is, I visited Maidenhead when you were a teenager. Did you do any busking back then? So I didn't do any busking when I was a teenager. Pretty much I started playing when I was 12 years of age. In my teenage years, I was just practicing at home, and my performing only really started when I was about 19, when I was at university. And when I was at university, I wasn't in Maidenhead. That was in Hertfordshire, which is a bit of a drive away. It's probably about an hour drive, so I wasn't even in and around Maidenhead. And then when I came back to Maidenhead, I then started rehearsing more in Reading, and then Maidenhead we started to rehearse, but we'd play mostly in London, so it wasn't really a place, and isn't really a place here that has a lot of live music venues. And yeah, playing original music, you've got to find an original music venue, which is sometimes difficult, and certainly difficult here in Maidenhead, and there's not really an audience for it anyway. So that's why we went into London to try and find any audiences. But as we soon found out, lots of people don't go to watch original music, unfortunately. So it was a case of not really playing to too many people. So yeah, it was really a labour of love playing live in London and the surrounding area. But thank you so much for that donation to Tordo Porco. And I am just going to jump over to the PayPal donations window because we have had another one that's popped in there, and it is Amy, who has donated £10. Thank you for that, Amy. And the message is, hello from Austin, Texas tonight. Vaccinated, so visiting vaccinated family down here in Texas and watching live stream. Hope all is well with everyone, Amy. So thank you for that, and great to hear that the vaccinations have been rolled out and that Amy and family are vaccinated. Good stuff. And I'm just going to scroll up as well because Sue has donated £20 as well. Thank you for that, Sue. And that is a straight up donation without a message, so thank you for that. And Janet just popped in there with a donation of £10.37. Thank you for that, Janet. And the message is, great live stream, Phil. Yeah, for Phil Tune. And of course, original and cover tunes with a smiley face and a peace symbol, a heart, and some rock horns. So thank you for that, Janet. And another one has popped in as well. So thank you, Marge, who has donated £2.07. And that is a straight up donation as well. And I think we might have some breaking news. I can see just going through the live chat room that Laurie says Mario is in the house. I think so. Everyone say a huge hello to Mario, and there is the man himself as he goes through. I wonder if I can get my finger to follow the name. There we have it. So this is what we do in these live streams. We always say hello to Mario when he's in the house. We can see Mario's guitars in the background. The Maton right in the background there is being a little bit hidden by the likes. And the Fender Strat as well. But we also have the Gem taking pride of place in the live stream tonight, just there. And those are Mario's guitars, by the way, the Maton and the Gem. So thank you, Mario. Everyone say a huge hello to Mario tonight in that live chat room. And I'm just going to scroll up because Lisa has donated £5. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. And the message is, thanks for the Bay City Rollers analysis and remembering Les McKeown last night. I was one of those crazy screaming girls back in the day. It's sad that my teenage idols are going away, but we remember their music always. PS, what is the pink sheet music on the piano? So thank you for that, Lisa. And no problem, I did get quite a few requests for that video last night, so thank you for sending those ones through. And this is unfortunately one of those things that a lot of the legends and a lot of the very popular artists back in the 60s and the 70s is getting to that time where we're having to say goodbye to them. But fortunately we do have YouTube where we can not only listen to their music, but more often than not check out live performances from when they were in their heyday. So it's great that you can literally transport yourself back to the 60s and just see something that happened back then, and it's just amazing the technology exists in order to do that. But let me move to the side. So the pink sheet music isn't really sheet music. It is a pack of Ernie Ball super slinky strings, and they come in a pink packet. So I think it's just one packet that's sitting on there, so it isn't sheet music. And I do have, I think some other packs of super slinky strings somewhere, but they might be in the drawer. But for some reason, those just got put on the piano at some point, and I can remember seeing those in a live stream maybe last week or something, so they still haven't been moved. So the strings on each guitar, one of the guitars has not yet been restrung, so we'll see how long those strings last there for. But thank you for pointing those out, Lisa, and for that donation. But no, it's not sheet music, it's just some strings, and anybody that plays guitar will probably know the strings that I am referring to in that pink packet. But thank you for that, Lisa. And Nalita has donated £13.82. Thank you for that, Nalita. And that is a straight up donation. So thank you guys for those donations. We are going to be moving on with the live stream. We've just gone past 25 minutes past midnight here in the UK, so things are motoring forward. And if you can hit that thumbs up, it'd be much appreciated. We're at 199. We're looking for one more person to clock over into that 200 likes kind of window. The 200 likes, I always look at the likeometer when we're at 234. So let's see if we can get to that point at any point tonight, but just hitting 200 would be great. So if you missed it earlier on, tonight we are going to be having another cartoon which was requested, and it is going to be a new one, and this is why I was rushing around. And there we go, 200 likes. Thank you to that person for, well, 202 just as I say that. Thank you for those people for adding those thumbs up, and all of you guys who have done it already just to help us get that total just clocking up a little bit, just motoring on. So we are going to be having a little bit of a new cartoon. We're actually going to play the whole cartoon later on because we don't have a pick roulette tonight. We didn't hit the target last Saturday, unfortunately. So let's see if we can right that this week by hitting that thumbs up. We will have to wait and see where we end up with the likes. But thank you everyone for doing that. And quick shout out to the Catch Up crew as well for watching the live streams in the future. If you're watching this now, hello. And thank you guys for being part of the Catch Up crew and also spiking the likes during the catch up time, during the night, the early morning for me here in the UK, but also for where you guys are in the USA. And just when I'm mentioning about where people are watching from, I think last night's analysis video that I did on Bay City Rollers was blocked in some countries, but I think it was mostly available. So if it is blocked in your country, then apologies for that. But I think for the most part, it was okay. I did receive a message and an email from YouTube, which tends to happen when they get blocked, just notifying me that particular countries have been blocked. But I think we're pretty much okay on the whole. So fortunately, I think most people saw that. If you haven't seen it, you can check that out. And it was just one of those things that due to Les's passing a few days ago, it was requested a lot. And thank you guys for the requests. That video will be up on the channel, and it was last night's upload, so it'll be right at the top of the list before this live stream. There'll be another analysis video tomorrow night, so look out for that. We also live stream on Tuesday nights, so if you can join the Tuesday live streams, that would be great. If you are new to the live streams, just say hello, introduce yourselves in that live chat room, because that's how we all started out. Just me first of all introducing myself to nobody, and then maybe getting a few people that tuned in, and now we do get such a great collection of people here in the live chat room, and it's such a great community. So thank you guys for joining me on these. And if you want to join the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, then you can do that as well, because that's where a lot of these guys hang out between the live streams, and that's where the pictures are uploaded to as well. And then I get linked to those pictures by Vince and Carla, and then we show them on the live streams, as we will be showing a little bit later on tonight. So thank you for joining that live stream uploading club of getting your picture on the live streams, because it's just going to make it a little bit more interesting, I think, to look at you guys and see your faces and put those faces to the usernames that we see on YouTube and during these live streams. So thank you everyone for doing that. And big shout out to the moderators. We have Carla and Laurie and Neil, who do such a great job as the numbers keep on increasing, so their job gets even more difficult. But thank you guys for keeping that live chat room such a great place to be. And we've just passed 170,000 subscribers, which I did mention on that last live stream. So we've got some crazy numbers going on, but the moderators still doing such a fantastic job. And I think you're maybe just about to see Carla and Laurie go through that live chat room there. So thank you guys. And Neil will be going through there as well. The whole name is in blue. You can see a wrench next to their name as well, so that's how you know that they are moderators as they go through. So we are going to be jumping into the requested cover for tonight, which is going to be Johnny Be Good, as I was looking down the list of Patreon earlier on, and it was Selena that did request that. Marilyn also backed up Selena with that. Lisa did as well. And I'm just going to scroll down. I should probably refresh the page, but I won't do that because it probably will make the whole live stream go a bit jumpy. But I'm just going to have a little scroll down to see Teresa also requested that. And Karen requested Johnny Be Good as well. Joan and Des and also Michelle. And I think that was it. So thank you guys for requesting this cover. It's been a little while since we played this one, and I'm trying to remember if this is going to be okay from copyrights. There are a few that we can't play, and I know that one of those is the Eagles, of course, and Hotel California, but also ZZ Top. I think they're on the banned list because I played them previously, or it might just be the fact that it's copyright claimed, which isn't so bad. I mean, I think most of them get copyright claimed, but the Eagles get outright blocked. But I think we should be okay with this Back to the Future. It might actually be the Back to the Future footage that then gets copyright claimed, but I think the copyright claims are okay. It just means that they're taking money from adverts that are placed on live streams, or they place adverts onto my live streams and then take the money, which is absolutely fine by me. So we're going to be jumping into this one. It's going to be my version of Johnny Be Good, but the Back to the Future version of it, because I'm a huge fan of those films. And I will see you guys after this. Rock. Okay, Back to the Future version of Johnny Be Good. Let's do this. Rock.
Country boy named Johnny Be Good. He never ever loved the real rest of
And there we have it. That was my version of the Back to the Future version of Johnny Be Good. And thank you guys for requesting that one. And that was actually quite an interesting cover to take on, because if you've seen that movie, you'll know that at the end, during that performance, there's a little section of it where it's now, the song is low in the mix, because there's a bit where he picks up his cousin Marvin, I've seen that film too many times, but picks up the phone and says about, oh, this is, listen to this, because his cousin Chuck Berry was looking for a new sound, and so this is, anyway, the scene where he's holding the phone up. What I'm trying to say is that you can't hear the guitar very clearly, so I had to turn it up really loud to hear what was being played on the guitar, because the voices in the movie were a lot higher. So fortunately you can just hear the guitar, so once it's really loud, obviously you have to try and ignore the voices going on, but I'm pretty sure that's what's being played in the background. So it was my version of it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, but it's pretty much exactly the same apart from the end, where Marty McFly goes a little bit crazy and doesn't really stay particularly strict to the key of the song, whereas I've kept it all in key at the end because I wanted to have my own version of it rather than do something exactly the same as the movie, just tweak it a little bit at the end. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you understood my explanation of trying to hear the guitar underneath the voices of the movie. But anyway, thank you for the donations as well in that super chat window. I can see that we've had a donation from Nolita, which was for $10. Thank you for that, Nolita. And the message is, thanks, Phil, for making Saturday nights fun with a smiley face. So thank you for joining me on the Saturday nights with all of you guys in that live chat room. And we have Desico Incorporated in the house again with a donation of $20. Thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, thank you for your enthusiasm. You keep the most iconic music going as well as your own. Rock on. So thank you for joining me and the multiple donations as well. And thank you, Jackie, who has donated $9.99 as well. And the message is, Chuck Berry was amazing. His music will blow every generation away till the end of time. You sound great. So thank you, Jackie, and amen to that. And it's just, some of those lines are just Chuck Berry lines. And I think very few guitarists have that, where you play a particular line and it sounds so much like somebody, rather than just playing a line that is minor pentatonic or just blues. You've got something that is Chuck Berry. So yeah, what an amazing approach to guitar playing he had, but also to have lines that are so unique but just have a personality of their own. And that's, I think, what every guitarist dreams of doing, is being able to play the guitar with a personality that people can hear, rather than just putting together a series of notes that has no personality to it at all. But anyway, thank you so much for that, Jackie. And Steve has just popped in there with a $4.99 donation as well. Thank you for that, Steve. And the message is, enjoy your analysis videos. What make and model acoustic guitar or guitars do you play? So thank you for that, Steve. And we have a Maton, of course, that I always mention. People are bored probably of me mentioning that, but Mario, thank you so much for sending me that. I've got also a couple of Tanglewoods, and in terms of model makes and numbers, I'm not even sure what the Tanglewoods are. They're going to be entry level because I didn't spend a lot of money on them. We're talking maybe £220, so we're looking at entry-level Tanglewoods, but they've got a really nice feel to them. So I'm not sure whether you can see in the background what I've got. Oh, it's the Fender, the other Fender Strat I've got on the wall at the moment. But the acoustic guitars that I have, the Tanglewoods, I bought one in white, and then I liked it so much I bought another one in black. And pretty much the black and white theme is what I go for with the guitars. So I've got the the white Fender that you've seen on the wall, but I've also got a black Ibanez, and then I've got a white and a black Fender, and that's the Performer Series Strat, which you guys might have seen I play that in most of the analysis videos, and you might be able to see it if I grab it here. You can see it's actually black and white, and this is the one that Fender sent to me, and I actually went down to Fender in London and had a chat with them with the whole endorsement thing, which was great to meet up with them. But also they just asked me, what guitar do you want and what color do you want? And I was a bit of a pain because they didn't have the black and white like I wanted in the showroom at that time, or in the storage room at that time, so they had to get that made up for me, but then they sent it over, so a big thank you to Fender for doing that. But yeah, it tends to be what I go for, just a black and white. I'm kind of a quite simple guy, even with videos. I tend to do a lot of black and white editing in my videos. But just while I mention that, there will be, if we ever get to 200,000 subscribers on the channel, there will be a black and white Ibanez that I'm going to be adding to the pick roulette wheel, so that if we do hit the likes goals for the pick roulettes, we're going to have a guitar that you could be winning and have that sent off to you. So that would be cool, just as a thing to do if we do reach 200,000 subscribers. But that's just something that I think would be good to do, but the color coding of that guitar will be black and white, but it's going to be good. But anyway, thank you, Steve, for that donation, and I am going to be jumping into the PayPal donations window as well, because there has been a little bit of action in there. I am trying to kind of scoot through these because we have a little extra cartoon that we're going to be looking at tonight, and it's already almost 1:45 here. I don't know where the time goes on these live streams, but thank you, Karen, who has donated £3.46. And the message is, hi Phil, I had the Johnson & Johnson jab about 2.5 weeks ago. I don't know if you're planning to get the jab any time. Be well. I appreciate your talent and positive outlook on life, with a smiley face. Cheers, Karen. So thank you for that, Karen. And I'm just waiting my turn, really, because I think we're getting the most vulnerable people vaccinated first, and then care workers, hospital staff, all that kind of stuff. And I think I'm probably quite far down, even though I've just missed out on the 40 and above age range. So I'll be in the next one whenever those jabs happen. I will be getting mine. But thank you, Karen, for that. But pretty much I am effectively self-isolating, or in isolation, because pretty much what I'm doing for the whole day is just staying inside and answering messages and doing these live streams, doing analysis videos in this room. And with my family, my mum and dad have been vaccinated, like I've mentioned before on this live stream. My mum's had both of them, so she's super vaccinated. My dad's had one vaccination, so he's kind of half vaccinated, but I think it might be actually more effective than just 50%. So in terms of my family, they're pretty safe, and I'm pretty much staying isolated myself. So I don't think I'm really, touch wood, in a high risk situation. Let me just touch the wood of the shelf there. But I think I'm hopefully going to be okay, fingers crossed. But if it does so happen that I get an opportunity to get a vaccination, then I will do. But thank you, Karen, for that donation. And Susan's in the house and has donated £10. Thank you for that, Susan. The message is, love being able to make it to the live stream, even if almost halfway through. No better place on the internet than with Phil and the Wingers Rock. So thank you for that, Susan, and for the kind words, and I definitely agree with those sentiments. There's no better place to be on a Saturday night or a Tuesday night hanging out with you guys on these live chats. So thank you, well, the live streams, but also the live chats that we have going on between all of the community in that live chat room, and you can see those going through the screen throughout the whole live chat room. Live stream that we have going on. Let's have a little look in there. We've got Donna in the house as well, and Guy Constantius still in there, Nora's in there, and we have Susan right on cue with the donation, but also with a comment going through. So thank you for that donation, Susan, and Jennifer's about to go through, as well as Susan and Dennis in the house. So let me just have a little scroll up, because we have had a donation from Lucy as well, which is going to be £4.50. So thank you so much for that, Lucy. And the message is, howdy Phil, fellow wingers and new wingers. In memory of Leslie Richard McEwen, gonna rock it up, roll it up, do it all, have a ball, Saturday night, Saturday night, Saturday night. May he rest in peace, with some peace, heart and rock horns. So thank you for those, for that message, for the donation, but also the reference as well in there, which of course is a lot harder to read out than singing it out. But thank you so much for that, Lucy. And also a big thank you, guys, for all of the donations tonight, but the requests as well that come through for the analysis videos, and that one particularly last night. And thank you, Lucy, for that little reference and the donation. And Kathleen has donated £6.91. Thank you for that, Kathleen. And that is a straight up donation without a message. So thank you for that. And Nora has donated £20 as well. So thank you for that, Nora. And the message is, shout out to you, Phil, for being the nicest guy on YouTube. Rock on. And more Rory, please, with a question mark. So thank you, Nora. And I'm sure probably in the future more Rory Gallagher is going to be featured on the channel, because it's one of those themes that we have on this channel. I know that Stevie Ray Vaughan is pretty much another theme. We tend to look at Stevie quite a lot, or should I say, he does get requested quite a lot. But we have these particular guitarists that do pop up quite a lot on the channel, but I don't mind doing multiple features or analysis videos on guitarists, because I mean, with the great guitarists, you can literally just analyze one performance for years. So when you then look at a new performance, there's always something new to point out and something new to appreciate. So thank you for that, Nora. And I'm just going to scroll up, because Trisha has donated £3.46. So thank you for that, Trisha. And the message is, your live stream is cheering me up while I suffer COVID vaccine fever and aches. Thanks, with a smiley face and some rock horns. So thank you for that, Trisha. And I'm sorry to hear that you're going through a little bit of a fever and aches. I think that is something that we do have here in the UK. A few people do experience a little bit of a reaction, very much like the flu here in the UK. That's what has been reported. But I think it is a lot better to get the vaccine and maybe have a little bit of a reaction for a couple of days. But it seems to be the case here that people then get over those symptoms within 2 or 3 days. And it's a lot better to have that than actually get COVID, especially these variations of COVID, which seem to be doing a lot of damage as well. I think from what's been reported here, if you have had the vaccine, you still have a degree of resistance to the different variants that are happening. But I think if there was one that was really bad, then we would maybe make another vaccine here for a particular variant. They've said that that's possible to do in the future. But thank you, Tricia, for that donation. And David has donated £3.46. Thank you for that, David. And the message is, rest in peace, Jim Steinman, the compositional genius behind Meatloaf, Bonnie Tyler, Air Supply, and much more. Keep up the great work and happy belated birthday, Phil. So thank you for that, David. And this is something I did mention about Jim in the last live stream. And I actually mentioned about Bonnie Tyler, but the fact that he was just such a great songwriter, composer, and it's something that in terms of doing an analysis video, it is going to be difficult with Jim, because sometimes with singer-songwriters and composers that do perform, people request a particular video. Whereas for Jim, I haven't had anything sent through video-wise for me to be able to feature, and it might be a case of me going out to search something to have a look at Jim, or maybe I can have a look at Bonnie Tyler performance or Meatloaf. I do not know. Actually, just thinking about this, if you are watching this live stream now and you have a particular performance that you think would be good to feature Jim's songwriting and his compositional ability, obviously Meatloaf I have featured in the past. I'm not sure whether Bonnie Tyler has been featured, but if there is a particular performance by any of those artists or artists that did record some of the songs written by Jim, then if you could let me know, just send me a comment and just put the particular performance in that comment, even underneath this live stream. After this live stream's gone live, it then has a comment section underneath it, and if you can comment in there and put a link to a video, that would be great, because it would be good to be able to do an analysis video on an artist that is performing a song that was composed by Jim, because then at least we can get a little bit of a tip of the hat to Jim Steinman and his ability to write songs. And yeah, it'd be great to remember him in that way. But anyway, thank you, David, for drawing attention to that as well. And Drina has donated £41.46. So thank you so much for that. A very kind donation. And it is a straight up donation as well, without a message. So thank you so much for that. And all of you guys in that super chat window as well. And Ginny has donated another $10 in there. Thank you for that. The message is, Phil, thanks for Johnny Be Good. It rocks. You should do a cartoon about the Wingers. And would you like to star in a movie? You rock. So thank you for that, Ginny. And in terms of a movie, I don't know whether I'd be any good at acting. I've never had any training in it, but I've got, maybe I'm good at pretending. I do not know, but a movie would be interesting to do in the future. I don't know, with this hair, who I could play. Maybe there could be some kind of extra Tolkien movie or Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit that I could get involved with, because then I definitely do have the right kind of hair to be in Lord of the Rings, or a spin-off of Lord of the Rings, maybe something that's following a different route, or somebody could write a new part of Lord of the Rings that is a bit of a spin-off to it, and then I could maybe be an extra or something. Or maybe I could play the part of an old 70s rocker in a movie, if that's what people are looking for. I'm not sure whether I do a very good job in a biography type thing, but maybe in an action movie that needs somebody with long hair to look like a 70s or 80s rock and roll type person. But anyway, I've already missed out on the Rock of Ages movie, but let's see if anything can happen in the future. I'll throw my hat into that because I think it would be fun to be in a movie just as an extra anyway. But thank you for that, Ginny. And the other part of the message, you should do a cartoon about the Wingers. Unfortunately, just making cartoons and creating those kind of things just does take a little bit of time. So it's one of those things that I can add to the list of things to do when I have less time, which is something that I've mentioned over on Patreon, just with a tongue-in-cheek kind of approach to it, because as the subscriber numbers increase, obviously the messages increase as well, and I do still answer every single message and keep up to date with them. So that's what I spend a lot of time doing. But thank you, Ginny, for that donation. And I can just see Laurie going through the live chat room. She just said Jim Morrison. So thank you for that compliment. Maybe that's a referral for a Jim Morrison part for me to play in a movie, but yeah, I'm not sure how good a job I would be able to do. I can just see that Susan and Dennis have actually suggested Phil could be in Spinal Tap 2, the sequel. Turn it up to 12. Laugh out loud. I'd definitely be up for that, turning it up to 12. So thank you for that suggestion, Susan and Dennis. So we are going to be jumping into the next video of the night, and this is going to be the cartoon. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is, before we jump into the cartoon, let's have a little look at some pictures of you guys, and then we will get the cartoon up on screen, because normally we look at the pictures before the pick roulette, but because we're not having a pick roulette, we're having a cartoon instead. We will have a little look at the pictures for tonight. So let me get the background up on screen. And first of all, I mentioned about Deborah joining the COVID crew, and here is Deborah with her certificate or little piece of paper that confirms that she has had her COVID jab. So thank you for uploading that, Deborah. And Deborah now joins Vince and Kevin, I do believe, in that COVID crew or the COVID club on the live stream. So thank you for that. We've also had an upload from Sue, and Sue is holding a Wings of Pegasus pick tin. And Sue ordered one of the old style t-shirts as well from spring.com. As I said, guys, if you want to get your hands on any of the merchandise and this t-shirt that's being modeled by Sue, you can actually click on the on the link that I've put in the description below on this live stream tonight. So it should be in the tray underneath this video as well. You might be able to see the pictures of the merchandise in order to click on those. So you can click on the merchandise. If you haven't got that tray, then you can click on the link in the description below as well. But thank you, Sue, for uploading that. And finally, we have Francis' pick, which is a little bit, well, it's kind of escaping from the screen. I'm going to see if that is actually the picture. So it was just a little bit off center, but that was the Wings of Pegasus signed pick. So on the other side of that, you have my signature. So thank you, Francis, for uploading that. And it's a little bit off the screen, trying to escape, but it's the thought that counts with the pictures. And thank you for uploading that in order to give us something else to look at on the live stream tonight. So we are now we've just gone 5 to 1 here in the morning. So we're going to be looking at that likeometer. Where are we? 279. So if you haven't used your thumbs up, yeah, it would be much appreciated if you could do that. We're closing in on the big 300. We're looking for 20 more people to join in to that live chat room and to hit that thumbs up. We'll see what we can do during this grand unveiling of the new cartoon that was requested. I know that a few of you do request these, so thank you guys for that. And hopefully I have set this up correctly, that it's going to work, you'll be able to hear it, and it'll all be fine. But this is a real life story about a meeting that I had with a potential band member to play the drums in Wings of Pegasus. So this is when I was about 27, 28, around that time, I do believe, maybe 29. So yeah, late 20s. This was a meeting that I went to with a potential drummer. So let's check it out and let's see what happened to me and my other bandmate in this real life story. And I'll see you guys afterwards. Rock.
That sounds absolutely excellent. We'll get the next train down and meet you at the Fox.
What the heck was that all about?
That was the excellent Italian drummer we were hoping to hear from. He loves our songs and can't wait to meet. He's really keen. We're going to London tonight to meet at the Intrepid Fox. We'll get the train. He said he definitely wants the drummer position in the band.
Ruddy heck, that is awesome. Finally, someone keen enough to meet and get things rolling.
I am amazed at how empty this carriage is. It must be a lucky day.
Yes, this is very rare. Normally I would not know where to look and have somebody sneezing and coughing in my face.
Not to mention, of course, the regulation bum guff released into the airtight carriage, making breathing impossible. I'm actually really looking forward to tonight. I think this guy could be the guy we need. From what I've heard, he really wants to be in the band.
Well, certainly the example of him drumming that he sent us wasn't entirely retarded. Finally, it seems our luck is changing.
I definitely think this was a fantastic use of my last £15 of the month. I don't mind being skinned if it means we have a decent drummer.
Yes. I'm certain he will appreciate us spending £15 each. and taking this 2-hour train journey to meet with him.
Precisely. Imagine if this was all for nothing. Ha ha ha. That would be so funny, I would probably guff my own bum.
Ha ha ha, yes indeed. From what he has said, there is no way this could ever end in a slap to the face.
We must be nearly there, as the people are starting to stare at us less and also the women are becoming more attractive.
Yes, you are correct. Here we are. Remember to try to avoid eye contact with the busker just in case. Here we are. I am so excited. I've been waiting for this day all my life, in a way.
I suggest you keep talk like that to a minimum around here. You sound like a hormone sensual, not a metal rock death voodoo punk of death. Let's go inside. Wowzers. Heck, this place looks a lot more realistic on the outside.
Hey there guys, you are looking for me. I think I want to say, are you Phil?
Yes, I am. I recognize that Italian accent. You must be Alessandro.
That is not an Italian accent.
Shut your guff trap, you're breaking the illusion. Right, let's get a proverbial beverage and talk band business.
Sounds good to me.
Well guys, we certainly are having a great luck. And getting on like fantastic chums. I like the vibe we are producing with our verbal interactions.
Can I just say guys, you are amazing. And I would love to join the band. I'm in this for the big time. Whatever it takes.
It's only been 10 minutes, but I think we all want to move in the same direction and get this show on the road.
We've been searching so long, but finally it has paid off. I think there are some great times ahead.
Oh, do shut up. I'm seriously starting to worry about you. Now, let's talk business. Shall we get a rehearsal booked for say 2 weeks' time?
Well, in 2 weeks I'm heading back to Italy. So, that is not too good for me.
Absolutely no problem. When are you back from Italy? We'll organize it for that week.
Yes, the problem is I'm not sure I'm coming back to England.
Ha ha ha. I hope to heck that you are pulling on my proverbials.
No, I'm serious. It is unlikely I'll be coming back.
Heck. Are you actually demented in the head? How the absolute guff are you going to gig with us when you are in a different country?
Oh yes, I can see that will be a problem. I hope I haven't wasted your time.
Oh no, not at all. We love to travel for 2 hours on the train, spending our money on train tickets and a beer for you, just for you to frig us in the guff, right? Well, we are going to leave now for the 2-hour journey back home. I sincerely do hope you get home safely to your flat just around the corner. Come on, let's get the guffing heck out of this vicinity before I lose my temper and tell him to frigging naff off back to Italy.
It's lucky it's all on film, or else nobody would ever believe this actually happened. Unbelievable.
What an absolute waste of time and money. To top it all, I had to spend my last 30 pence at the Paddington toilets. What a rip-off. I can't believe he spun me that guff about wanting to make it big with us. This is the worst day of my life.
And there we have it. That was another episode of my real life stories, and I believe that's the 4th one that we've got, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to find the 5th one anywhere, because finding that 4th one was a bit of a nightmare. But just to give you guys a bit of background on that, it is a true story. So me and another bandmate were in touch with this drummer who was Italian, and the Italian accent that was going on there on the cartoon software, there obviously isn't an Italian accent. It's all American or English. So that's why I had to write in there that the other bandmate was breaking the illusion because it's obviously not an Italian accent. It's an American one. I think it was American. Yeah, pretty sure. But yes, so we went into London got the train and met him at the Intrepid Fox, which is a venue in London. And if you know London at all, Tottenham Court Road, that's where we used to hang out and used to go on a Friday night in my, I think, early 20s, around that kind of age. And the Intrepid Fox was one of those pubs that we went to. And yeah, then we went into a club, and that was called Sin City. So where they just played classic 80s hard rock music. So us going there with big hair and hair like this was fine. We didn't get stared at because everyone else looked just as strange as we did. But anyway, so we met with this drummer who we've been emailing, and he said he really wanted to be the drummer of the band. Basically, the video that you've just seen is entirely true. So we went there, we had a drink, and while discussing about the time that we could rehearse, he then let us know that he was going back to Italy, and he really wanted to be in the band, but he didn't know if he was coming back to England. So we said, isn't that going to be a bit of a problem if we want to rehearse next week and you're in Italy? And he thought, oh yeah, maybe that will not be possible in order to do that. And he hadn't thought, and this is the kind of thing, like I put in that cartoon, nobody would believe that this happened. And lucky it's been filmed in the cartoon. Nobody would believe that somebody hasn't thought ahead to think, oh, I really want to be in the band, but I'll be in a different country. Is that going to be a problem? So yeah, that was all true. And again, another perfect waste of time. But these are all the things that you learn from, and I'm sure so many people that have been in bands in the past have so many stories like I do of things like this that are just ridiculous to think about, but you go through them because you want to put a band together. You desperately want a drummer and a bassist and to go out there and to gig and get your music out there as well. It just so happened that because of all of those experiences, it means that I am now where I am, which I wouldn't change it for the world. In order to be able to interact with you guys live on a Saturday night and a Tuesday night, to have this channel and for it to just be me, it's because all of these experiences that I had in my 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, and now late 30s, I've just been building towards this, of being able to do everything myself, and eventually you learn all the skills you need to be self-sufficient and not have to rely on anybody but yourself, so you can get your music out there. I can send off CDs, and just while I mentioned CDs, I did say about on Patreon that I'm running very low, and I think I've got 2 left, or maybe 3 left. It might be 2, I'm not sure. But to let you guys know that the order for restocking CDs has been put through, so I'm hoping to get restocked next week on my CDs. But just to mention about being able to do everything yourself, it means that I sign the CDs, send them off, and I recorded the CD, the album, in this room with this microphone for everything. And then later on, when I started to get a bit more support, then after the album had already been recorded, I could then buy another microphone, which means now on my analysis videos I can talk into a microphone and you can hear the guitar, because I've used the mic that I've spent the money on from your support to then be able to hear things on the live analysis videos, for example, which I didn't have the software in order to do that, but from your support I've been able to do that. So things just move in the right direction all the time, and I'm not held back. And I think that everything that you could ever want to know is on Google. You just type it in. So if you want to work out how to live stream, how to get all of this stuff up on screen, software, live streaming software, how to edit on Final Cut Pro 10, even how to produce on, it doesn't matter what your DAW is, your digital audio workstation, whether it's GarageBand or Logic Pro 10 as I use, you can just study on the internet and you can teach yourself to be good at doing whatever you want to do, and you can be totally self-sufficient on the internet. And that's really my whole journey, has just pushed me down that direction, and that's why I am here at the moment in front of you guys. So like I said, I wouldn't change it for the world. But thank you just for joining me, everybody. It is much appreciated. And if you are new to the live streams, just introduce yourself, say hi, because that's how it's all started on the live streams. That's where we are at the moment. And we just have had 300 likes. So thank you everyone for hitting that thumbs up. And if you could hit that thumbs up as you come through the door, if you're just joining us, or if you've been here for a while and you haven't used your thumbs up, now's a great time to spike the likes, because we are aiming for 380 likes. And I know that when we got to 300, around 320, for some reason there's a bit of a glitch in YouTube and those likes would decrease. So hopefully that is now gone, and we will hopefully continue to get those likes increasing. But let me just jump into the PayPal donations window, because I have seen a few more donations in there. And Joan has donated £25. Thank you so much for that, Joan. The message is: enjoyed the George Benson analysis. You seemed in the groove. My reaction to when I saw him live in early 89s with a smiley face. So thank you for that, Joan. And that was the live analysis that we did on Wednesday nights. And if you haven't seen the live analysis, we do those on Wednesday nights at the same time that I stream all the time. Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights and Saturday nights is going to be 12 midnight here in the UK. So you can check Google for your time zone and see how it compares, and make sure that you tune in at the right time to catch it live. But yeah, the last one we looked at George Benson, which, I mean, he's just a top player. The way that he can just lay down the blues, but also jazz, so many influences in his playing. So it's really interesting to check out a bit of George in that live analysis. So thank you, Joan, for that donation. And Susan has donated again, £10. Thank you for that, Susan. The message is: Phil Henley from Wings of Pegasus, starring in Jesus Christ Superstar, the musical. His hair got rave reviews as perfectly cast. So thank you for that, Susan. And I think at the moment, yeah, the hair's probably more suited to Jesus Christ Superstar. But on Tuesday, I will be having a haircut. I mean, I've booked the haircut and I will be travelling to the place where they do haircuts. So we'll see if that actually happens. Hopefully it does. And this fringe will, fingers crossed, be fixed on Tuesday by the live stream. I will look a little bit different, and I'll look a lot less Jesus Christ and a little bit more maybe 70s, 80s rocker. But thank you for that donation, Susan. And I mean, this is probably the longest that my fringe has ever been. You can actually see a little bit of curl here. That is still fringe. So if I straightened it out and saw where it went to, it goes down to underneath my mouth. So if I didn't have the center parting, I wouldn't be able to see anything to underneath my mouth. That's how long the fringe is. So there's going to be some serious hair on the floor of the hairdressers on Tuesday. And they're, I'm sure, going to have a good laugh at me going in there. First haircut of 2021. But anyway, thank you for that, Susan. And Deborah has donated £6.91 as well. Thank you for that. And the message is: thanks for showing my pic. I am fully vaccinated and ready to travel. First stop is Australia. So thank you for that, Deborah. And that, I know that Australia have been really strict with their lockdown and also locking their borders, so they don't accept anybody who might come from countries that have been infected or have a new variant of COVID. So it is probably a very safe place to go, and probably a good idea. If there's anywhere to travel to, Australia is probably a good place. But here in the UK, I mean, that's quite a hefty plane journey. I think it's just a ridiculous amount of time, maybe like 24 hours or something like that. It might be a little bit less than that nowadays, but certainly it is the other side of the world to the UK. But thank you, Deborah, for that. And Renee has donated £4.84. Thank you for that, Renee. The message is: hi Phil, I just looked up Intrepid Fix in London, permanently closed, boo, with a sad face. So thank you for that, Renee. And it's the Intrepid Fox. So I think that was probably just something that was an autocorrect on the typing. But yeah, at the moment, I'm not sure whether pubs and clubs have opened. They are pretty much permanently closed at the moment. And we're just waiting, I think, for the go ahead from the government to see if it's going to be opening time for pubs and clubs. I know that some places have been serving food and drinks, and if they have an outside like patio or something like that, then they can open and it's okay. But I think maybe some places have opened if you wear a mask inside. But it certainly seems like if there's outdoor service that's okay. But thank you, Renee, so much for that donation. And there has been another one that's come through as well. Steve has donated £5 again. Thank you, Steve. And the message is, spike the hair. So this, I mean, spiking the hair, my hair would definitely go out of shot. I could maybe do a punk hairdo, get it into a spike, but then you've got to find some hair product that would keep that in place. I don't know of that. I'm not an expert in the punk hair approach, but thank you so much for that, Steve. And I've seen that there have been another donation or another few donations in the super chat window. Thank you guys for this. And the message is, there's one from Rob for $20. Thank you for that, Rob. A straight up donation. But there is another one from Mike for $10. Thank you for that, Mike. The message is, you don't need to make up jokes out of the facts. The facts themselves are jokes. So thank you for that. And that is true. Exactly. It's, yeah, the truth is stranger than fiction, as they say, especially with, I mean, yeah, some of the comedies that have been written about real life events. You'd be endless trying to name those. But thank you for that, Mike. We are going to be jumping into just another video to finish off. And then we're at 1:15 here already in the morning. So we're looking for a very late spike of the likes in order to get that likeometer up to maybe 380. We are looking for 63, is that right? 61 now, as it's just popped up, in order to get to our target of 380. So let's jump into another video that's been requested over on Patreon, and let's have a look at some of the requests over there. We've had one for Amelia running blind as well, Unwanted Stranger, Paris Nord, Unwanted Stranger, Hero, which we played at the beginning. We Can Fall Down, that's maybe one that we haven't seen in quite a while. Another one from Karen for We Can Fall Down. So let's have a little look at, Nalita says We Can Fall Down as well. We haven't played that one in a while, especially the live version. So let me try and find that on my software, and I think I have it. This is always shooting from the hip when I look on Patreon and then try and find the relevant video. But thank you guys for requesting this, the live version of We Can Fall Down. And I will see you after this, if it works. Rock!
Gotta
And there we have it. That was my song called We Can Fall Down, the live version of it. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. You can get my album called Persistence over at wingsofpegasus.com/music. And you can download songs there individually if you want to as singles. But the whole album is available on iTunes and Amazon as well. But it's better for me if you go to my website, because then I don't have to give away a percentage. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. We are at 337 likes. So I'm not sure that we're going to be able to hit our likes target of 380 tonight. If we are going to hit that target, it's going to have to be one hell of a boost in the likes, or a spiking of the likes. So if you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, it'd be much appreciated if you could. And we'll see where we end up. It's already 20 past 1 here in the morning, so we're going to have to be calling it a day. I just want to address the donations that I haven't got to yet. And Karen has donated £1.38 in the PayPal window, so thank you for that, Karen. And let me scroll down to the message. And the message is, Phil, Chipper has joined us and says, hi, here's his donation, not in birdseed, laugh out loud, cheers, Karen. So thank you to Karen and Chipper for saving up that £1.38 and donating it during the live stream. He must be using his beak in order to type in the amount to be donated. But thank you for that, Karen. And Mario has made a very kind donation of £150. So thank you so much for that, Mario. And we're going to be scrolling down. The message is, great cartoon, Phil. I had a similar experience with a guy who wanted to work with me. After speaking to him for a couple of weeks, he started work with me. The day he started, he told me he was going back to New Zealand in a week. Told him the airfares would cost him a fortune if he wanted the job permanently. Laugh out loud with a smiley face. So thank you for that, Mario. And it is true, as I said, and Mario's just been the proof there that these kind of things do happen in real life. That some people just say things and do things, and you think, what are you thinking? I mean, how can you not plan ahead to think that that might not be a problem in the future? So yeah, just amazing to think. But thank you for that little story, and another little real life story from Mario tonight, as well as the cartoon that I did earlier. But thank you, Mario, so much for that very kind donation as well. And Patricia has donated £2.76. So thank you for that, Patricia. And the message is, Phil, with your talent and humour, you should make funny mini movies that highlight your musical abilities while exaggerating the humorous aspects of your life as a YouTube rocker. Could be very entertaining content for your channel. For an example of the kind of thing I mean, check out some of the rockumentary series from the David Crowder Band, and then there's a link there. So thank you for that, Patricia. And it's just a case of having time to do things. I think if I did have more time, I would probably spend them on musical things first, maybe doing a bit of practice, singing practice, maybe guitar or drums or keys, and then the cartoons would probably be a little bit further down the list. But you never know. I've said that maybe in the future, if I start to have a team of people doing things, it would free up more time, and maybe I could have a team of animators and doing a comedy show. I think the problem that I have is there are so many things that I could be doing. I just need to have time to be able to do them. I think I really do focus on the channel, the analysis videos, these live streams as well, the live analysis videos, but also answering emails and answering just questions and comments and all that kind of stuff. Just keeping everything going on the channel. That's really my focus at the moment. But thank you for that, Patricia. And Vance has donated £25. So Vance Ray, thank you so much for that. Very kind donation. And it is a straight up donation without a message. So thank you for that. So we're going to be calling it to a close now. We were so close to the likes goal. We got to 352, which meant that we only needed 28 more people to hit that thumbs up. But if you haven't hit that thumbs up, maybe we could have a very dramatic final spike of the likes before the end of the live stream. But it looks like we're going to be asking the catch-up crew to hit those thumbs up. But the good thing is that it looks like the likes are staying where they are. So previously, I think we got to about 320 likes, and then it just started to descend down to about 160 or something stupid like that. So it looks like YouTube have sorted out the problem with the likeometer, and this is the closest that we have got in a very long time to the Pick Roulette likes goal. So it looks like we're going to be bowing out at needing just 23 more people. So thank you everyone for hitting that thumbs up and for getting us so close to the target. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, but if a few people do join in, I can see that maybe 1 or 2 people have just joined into the live stream. If you are one of those 1 or 2 people, if you could hit that thumbs up, it'll be much appreciated, because you are joining right at the end of the live stream, where we are so close to hitting our Pick Roulette likes goal. We are at 359, which means we only need 20 more people. So if 20 more people join in with the live chat room, this is going to be something that we are maybe just eking it out in order. That's 19. Let's have a little look at who's going through that live chat room to see if we can see any more names in there. Cecile, Susan R. Ranger 1014. I'm going to be picking out the Cecile Arindar, who is not a Nora is in there as well. I'm going to be picking on the usernames that maybe don't come in for every Saturday live stream. Wang Fuzi's in the house as well. Mario Soaring Geek is in there. Let's have a little look. Susan and Dennis are still in there. Billy and Alita, Dan, Facts Over Fiction. That was actually a very good username for what we were talking about with my real life stories. But also Mary's still in there. Deborah's in there, and Nora, Dwayne, Mario's still in there as well. Carla going through. Ray's in the house. I haven't mentioned Ray tonight, so hello Ray, thank you for joining us. And let's have a little look. We have Francis still in there. Jeff's in the house as well. Jeff in Lower Alabama. And PB Goose is in the house. I'm not sure whether that's just the username PB and then Goose in capital letters, as you can see going through there. But where are we at? 363. I'm not sure that I can eke this out for any longer unless I just play another video. We are at 28 minutes past 1 here in the UK, so it is getting really late, and I have to do other things after this video, such as answer the questions after this live stream, just to keep up to date with everything. And PB going through there says, Phil, you rule. So thank you for the kind words, PB. And Beth's going through as well. Cecile is going through again. So we're at 364. I'm going to maybe play another video to try and eke this out. 365. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, it'd be much appreciated if you could. And I'm trying to think of a short video that I can play so that we don't spend too long on this live stream. I don't know how long is Running Blind. I remember that Running Blind was mentioned in the requests over on Patreon. I think Amelia's quite a long song, maybe 3 or 4 minutes, so maybe Running Blind's a bit shorter. So I am going to play this video of Running Blind. Hopefully it leaves us a little bit of time to hit those thumbs up, and we'll see if we can get 13 likes in the next 3 or 4 minutes, and then it's definitely the end of the live stream. So let's see how we get on, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock! Hi guys, I'd like to say a big thank you for checking out my new song and also for watching the video. And I'd also like to say a huge thank you to my amazing patrons whose names you can see here. They've made this all possible with their support, so thank you guys, your support is amazing. If you want to get involved and become a winger yourself and join me on the journey, you can go to here. If you want to see any more videos with me you can go to here. That's pretty much it. Have a great day everyone, catch you later, rock! And there we have it, that was my song called Running Blind, and I kept the outro on to give you guys a little bit more time because we did hit the target for tonight, the Pick Roulette Likes goal. So thank you guys so much for hitting that thumbs up, and you need to now really quickly type I agree. Tag Carla Murray, so type at, maybe you didn't see that when I did it, so I'm going to type this in for you guys to see very quickly, at Carla, and then click on Carla Murray's name because it pops up, and then type I agree with an exclamation mark, enter, and then my comment is going to be going through the live chat room and you'll be able to see it go through, but that's what you want to do in order to get your name on the Pick Roulette Likes goal. And I want to see if this little button here is like a celebration noise in the background. Yes it is, and I don't know whether it's really loud. I'm going to turn it down a little bit, but I was thinking about clicking that. That was actually the New Year's Eve thing that I've got on the software that I uploaded for New Year's Day, obviously, as we then went over 12 o'clock. But hopefully you guys can hear some cheering, or maybe there's nothing in the background. But anyway, or maybe it's too loud, so I'll turn it off just in case. But I wanted some cheering to happen because of the fact that we did hit that Pick Roulette Likes goal, because it's been a while since we have hit it, but we have got to 380, so thank you everyone for doing that. And quickly type I agree if you want to be in with a chance to win a pick on the live stream next Saturday. So, just quickly, there has been another donation in the super chat window from Tortoro Porco. Again, $2. Thank you for that. The message is, my thumbs say they now work only for you. So thank you for that, Tortoro Porco, and all of the donations tonight. Thank you guys so much. It makes such a difference and allows this channel to keep moving forward, and anything that does go wrong I can pretty much sort out straight away because of all of your support, and I can work on future projects as well. So thank you guys, and the names at the bottom of the screen, my patrons, you know who you are. They also do donate during the live streams as well, so thank you guys so much for that. We are going to be calling it to a close now. It's 25 to 2 here in the morning in the UK. So thank you everyone for joining me. And I'm going to have to now say goodbye. If you haven't typed I agree, unfortunately, it's not going to show up in the live chat room now because it's a little bit too late. So everyone that has typed I agree, you'll be on that wheel next week. And you'll hopefully be able to pick yourselves up a Wings of Pegasus pick, a signed pick, if it is your day next week. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. Huge shout out to the moderators as always for making that live chat room such a great place to be, and thank you guys just for joining me, the donations, but also for tuning into the channel, subscribing, liking, and hitting that notification bell and being notified for all the videos, all that kind of cool stuff. I'll see you again tomorrow night for an analysis. If you guys can send me any videos for maybe we can do that analysis tomorrow night, that would be good. But if you guys can join me tomorrow night, that'd be great. That's going to be a normal analysis video. There's going to be another live stream on Tuesday night. If you can join me then, that would be even better. And if you can join me on Wednesday night, there's going to be a live analysis as well. But everybody stay as safe as possible. Thank you for joining me. Follow your government's guidelines with the masks, the self-isolating, all of that stuff, the vaccinations as well. And I will see you guys at the next one. Rock!